10,000 Gala tokens or 10,000 Myria tokens. What should I be doing? Let's take a look at this. First and foremost, Gala has been around for about 2.5 years or so, and Myria has just recently launched their token. So let's take a look at these tokenomics and these metrics. Gala Games right now is sitting at 4 cents, a market cap of roughly $274 million. And if we take the total supply of Gala, which was 40 billion tokens, I do believe they've burnt some tokens as we have it here. On CoinMarketCap, we're seeing a total supply of $35 billion, which essentially means that their fully diluted market cap is roughly $1.4 billion. That's me saying that if all the tokens were in circulation at this price, that's essentially what their market cap would be. Now, if we take a look at an all-time chart for Gala, it peaked around 80 cents back in 2021, back in the bull market. And in terms of market cap, that was about $5 billion. So that was the actual market cap. Their fully diluted market cap at that point would have been a crazy big number because, of course, you'd have to multiply that price by 35 billion tokens. So obviously a massive bull run. And what do we see now? The price is down around 4 cents. Their market cap is down around 275 million. Is it going to go back up? I would tend to say yes. So right now, if you were looking at Gala Games and you're looking to buy 10,000 tokens, that would run you at around $400. Now, if we switch gears and we talk about Myria, this, as I said, they just launched their token. It's sitting right now around 0.0079. And if we talk about their tokenomics and what we're looking at, they have a max total supply of 50 billion tokens, and I'm not quite sure if CoinMarketCap is reporting this correctly right now because they are saying that the circulating supply is about 1.6 billion tokens, which if we multiply that by the current price of Myria, that would give us a $12 million market cap. Now, understand that that might not be completely accurate, and we're going to take a look at that in a second, but their fully diluted market cap would be about 400 million, and that is, again, if we take 50 billion times that price of Myria. So if we go ahead and we talk about 10,000 Myria tokens, that would cost you roughly $80 right now. Now, in my opinion, yes, there are more tokens for Myria. The total supply is 10 billion more, but Myria is just getting started. And with their nodes that we're going to take a look at in a second, we're going to do a comparison between the Myria nodes and the Gala nodes. And I do believe that the potential on Myria is there, and especially if it mimics what Gala had done in the last few years, well, Myria could be very profitable. Again, I am invested in both, and none of this is financial advice. Obviously, I'm biased. I want both of them to do well, and that's why I'm also invested in both. But if we talk about the actual tokenomics and why I'm not entirely sure if CoinMarketCap is reporting the correct data, if we take a look at Myria's white paper, they have 50 billion Myria tokens. And if we scroll down here as to what is unlocked when, we can see that the TGE and the liquidity provision are both going to be immediately unlocked. So that's 5% of that 50 billion, which is already unlocked. And if we scroll back down here, let me just move my face out of the way. If we scroll back down here, the ecosystem is actually 40% of the total supply of Myria. And they say that 13% is unlocked immediately. And if we take a look at the token distribution for Myria, I really wish there was a line for the total amount distributed over time, but that's what we have. And as I said, it's 5% for TG and liquidity, and then there's 13% for ecosystem fund. That should be all unlocked right now. So if we do some math here, that's 18%. And if we times that by the amount of tokens in terms of total supply, which is 50 billion, that would essentially mean that there's 9 billion tokens in circulation right now. That's kind of my understanding of it. I may be doing this wrong, but if we do that times the current price of Myria, which is around 0.0076, it would mean that we have a market cap of roughly 68 million and not this 12 million that we have here. But nonetheless, if we kind of just assume it's around a $50 million market cap, I still think that there's a lot of potential for Myria to 10x from here, and I do also think that Gala has the potential to 10x from here as well. Now, if you think that Myria is going to follow in the steps of Gala Games and reach a crazy market cap during the next bull market, and as I said, Gala went all the way to 5 billion, if Myria would go to $5 billion worth of market cap, you can imagine that the price of Myria would probably 10x, 50x if that were the case. Again, it all depends on the amount of circulating supply at that point. But last but not least, I just wanted to point out Gala nodes versus Myria nodes. I'm invested in Myria nodes and I'm super excited to see what happens with this. But just to point out that Gala nodes started back in July 2020 and they were actually receiving about 1,200 to 1,400 Gala per day per node that you held, and back then that was worth about $20 per day. Now, as we know, there is a halving cycle for these nodes, meaning that every year the amount of rewards are slashed in half, and obviously this is all distributed proportionally to the nodes running online. So we have 34,000 Gala nodes running right now. They are receiving 166 Gala per node per day, and right now 166 Gala is worth roughly $6.50. Obviously, that's going to depend with the price of Gala. But just to take a look at the node emission, Gala started off emitting 17 million tokens per day for their node holders. That was halved in July 2022, and it's also going to be halved again in July 2023. So that's your tokenomics for Gala Games node. And if we take a look at the Myria nodes, right now it looks like there's about 5,000, 6,000 nodes that are sold, which means that there is going to be a distribution of about 12.3 million Myria tokens given out daily to node holders. We have to divide that by the amount of nodes, and if we want and do some quick math here and simplify this calculation, let's assume 12.3 million Myria tokens, and we want to say there's 6,000 nodes running. That would mean that people who hold nodes would be getting about 2,000 Myria tokens per day, and with the current price of Myria of 0.076 roughly, that's about $15 per day. Now, of course, depends on the price of Myria, and it also depends on the amount of nodes. But all that to say is I am going to be running one of these nodes. I'm super excited to see what happens if the price of Myria moons in the next bull market. This could be some life-changing amounts of money. That's what I'm hoping for. That's kind of what I'm telling myself to. And again, Myria versus Gala, I think both of these ecosystems are going to do great. I think 10,000 Myria tokens is worth $80. 10,000 Gala tokens is worth $400. Depending on your risk capital, well, you may want to take the gamble on Myria, or you may want to take the gamble on Gala, or you may want to do like me and hold both. But with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts down below on Gala versus Myria. And with all of that being said, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.